a roundtable featuring 4 Hall of Famers from Western Pennsylvania. It's the Cradle of Quarterbacks, today on NFL Films Presents.
Namath has not been bashful this week, and he has said that the Jets are going to win. He doesn't even predict it. He said, I guarantee a Jet victory.
Montana rolling out the right, looking toward the end zone, throwing under pressure, throws his pass, caught by Clark!
Perfectly thrown pass by Dan Marino.
Touchdown! What a throw by Kelly! And the Bills are going back to the Super Bowl!
Some of football's greatest legends can be traced back to Western Pennsylvania. Often called the Cradle of Quarterbacks, 6 of 23 modern-era quarterbacks inducted into the Pro Football Hall of Fame have come from this region. More specifically, the 6 quarterbacks were born within a 40-mile radius of Pittsburgh. Joe Namath was born in Beaver Falls, George Blanda in Youngwood, Joe Montana in New Eagle, and Johnny Unitas, Dan Marino, and Jim Kelly, all within the city itself. 4 of the 6 football legends are still alive today, and thanks to a Gridiron Gold charity event held in Pittsburgh, they were all in the same room to talk publicly about their careers and growing up in Western PA.
What is it? What is it about this area that produces not only phenomenal athletes in general, but quarterbacks in particular?
Well, I think it's just the people, the experiences that you've had growing up here. And I remember it being just competitive. I mean, the games I played on the streets were just as hard as any game in organized sports.
Where I came from is a little small town in Pennsylvania, East Brady. No more than 800 people in my hometown. I think we had 27, 28 players on my football team, 65 my graduating class. So I never thought, you always dream as a little boy you want to play in the NFL. I never even never even dreamt about being in the Pro Football Hall of Fame.
Where we came from, our environment, our families, our background, our communities, we just inherited and we learned from them the determination and the effort that it takes, along with the respect for one another, to endure, to give your best, to be tough and endure. And it's because of our families and the people here in Western PA. Thank you.
And also, our parents all conceived us drinking Orange City beer.
There you go. That works. That works. That works.
Back to throw Montana. Steps up, throws. Touchdown, 49ers! The 49ers have scored!
What did your dads teach you about just throwing the football? I mean, they must have gotten the ball in your hands by the time you could just about walk.
Well, for me, I mean, he was, nothing against Jackie Sherrill or Don Shula or whatever. He's the best coach I ever had. I was fortunate. He was a guy who worked night turn in the coin boxes for the Pittsburgh Post-Gazette. And he would be home when I came home from school. So I got that special one-on-one time with him. He talked about throwing with no wasted motion. And I remember throwing and watching Joe a lot when I was younger. And he made quarterback being cool. Yeah, that's it, for sure. Because I remember that guy right there.
No penalties, let's get a touchdown up there.
I think the same thing was with my dad. My dad didn't play a lot of sports, but the one thing he knew is that sports was a way out of, we had a coal mine in our hometown and steel mills along the river, just like probably everybody else. I mean, they could have never afforded to send me to a place like Notre Dame. So they saw sports as a way out of the lifestyle. My grandfather passed away from working in the coal mine with the black lung.
Back home again, growing up, we were going to get a uniform one way or the other if it wasn't a sports uniform. That's right. Your folks might not have had the kind of finances to pay your way to college, so earning a scholarship as an athlete or a student was really the way you got to school. And I had some lousy school teachers. I wasn't a very good student. I'm kidding about that part, of course.
No, you're not.
Coming up, how would these 4 Hall of Famers have handled the most talked about play of Super Bowl 49?
Russell Wilson extends the hands he has.
Pass.
Wilson, quick throw, and it's intercepted! Intercepted by Malcolm Butler! Butler has it at the 1!
Marshawn Lynch is in my backfield. I'm running the football. Thurman Thomas in my backfield. I'm running the football.
The 1970s were a great time to be a football fan growing up in Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh's going to the Super Bowl.
The Pittsburgh Steelers are the champions of the National Football League for the 4th time.
It was a city of champions and a city of heroes.
When I was little growing up, of course, being raised in Pittsburgh, and my idol on the field was Terry Bradshaw, of course, being here. And during our teenage years, watching the Steelers win the Super Bowls. My idol off the field was Joe Namath.
It seems almost un-American to me for a bachelor not to, go around having a drink with a lady now and then.
What is one resume moment, one snapshot of your career?
You know, I think early in my career, when I had an opportunity to go to the Super Bowl and play Joe and the 49ers, we didn't win. Obviously, that was, my opportunity. I never got back there. And
He throws into the end zone, and it is intercepted.
that's one feeling I don't have. What is it like to walk off the field and win that Super Bowl? I have no regrets, but that's the one thing that I never accomplished. But I think it was, nothing against Mr. Rooney and all that, was beating the Steelers to go to that Super Bowl. Because I grew up watching the Steelers and loving, Franco and Terry and Mel Blount and Joe Green and everybody. And to be a 23-year-old kid and start in that game and win that game.
The Dolphins have won the AFC Championship game and are now in Super Bowl 19.
And then go to the Super Bowl, that was pretty special for me.
And the Bills are going back to the Super Bowl.
Mine was going to 4 straight in a row for us, even though we didn't win them. The resiliency that we had, it started from one person. And as our head coach, Marv Levy, I mean, we had, and all the guys, most of you guys know the guys on our team, Bruce and Thurman and Andre. We had a few egos on our team.
Yeah, I would say so.
There's a few. But the guy that kept
some pain in the asses, too.
What?
You had some pain in the asses, too.
Oh, yeah, they were paining your ass a lot.
And they're gonna sack him. They sack him at the 10-yard line.
But Marv was a guy that knew what to say, when to say it.
All you ever asked for is an opportunity. You got it today. Where else would you rather be than right here, right now?
We all knew who was boss.
And Coach, where are you? Where's Marv Levy? Coach.
A lot of it is the teammates that you have. I have some great memories of throwing a touchdown pass to win a Super Bowl. But there's one memory that I can, because winning all starts from the top. And there's a guy who was here tonight, and he brought some of the teammates here, and that I think is the biggest reason for our success. And this is just one of the things that he did that made such a difference to the players that I can't even, it's going to sound ridiculous, but when I finish the story, you're going to understand what happens. We're probably the most traveled team ever from San Francisco. I mean, in our division was Atlanta and New Orleans. Not sure how that works out back then, but we were always on the road. So we flew this ugly old plane called a DC-8. I don't know if you ever remember. It looked like a pencil with wings, right? And it broke down, and we were just getting ready to go on our first road trip. And all of a sudden, we get on the plane, there's this DC-10, right? And there's like 5 seats in the middle and 2 on each end, and we're all spread out, and we're, man, this is great. Everybody's loving the room we have.
Mr. DEBARTOLO likes to have the best.
So we get on the road. It was the first travels game of the season, and we win. and everybody is not so happy about the win, but they start chanting, DC-10, DC-10, right? So Mr. DEBARTOLO stands up and he says, I'll make you a deal. You keep winning, and you can have the DC-10. Well, we went undefeated on the road that year.
See, I'm thinking it's the catch. It turns out to be the DC-10. Who would have thought?
Well, the catch was in there. I mean, the catch. And with Dwight, if he didn't take so long, it wouldn't have taken so long. Dwight, and I told Dwight's over there, and I told him, like, if he was a brother, that ball would have hit him right here in the chest. But he had to make it all look funny and stick up there.
Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. You got anything left in that arm? You want to give it a shot? You want to try? What do you think? You got anything left? No, wait, hold on, but this is tough. Because you got Dwight over there, and you got Jerry. And you got Ronnie Lott, because Ronnie could pick this up.
He'll pick it off.
And so we got,
where are you going, man?
Oh, they're lobbying.
Go further back, man. Go further back.
They're lobbying.
Love it in.
Of course, Jets fans and Niners fans and Bills fans and Dolphins fans could only dream of this, but how would you guys fare in the game today?
Give me another chance to play. I'll be there. There's only two bad things about that game, and that was losing and getting hurt. It was a great life otherwise. When I hear about who was the best of all time, and I see films of Otto Graham, Norm Van Brocklin, Sammy Ball, these cats could do it, man. Yeah. I mean, the films look like they were a little slower or something, and they're throwing that melon around. But I would tell you what, they could play. I believe the good ones could play in any era. Certainly they're bigger and faster and stronger now on the whole. But I believe any one of us quarterbacks would step up and be able to earn our way.
For a quarterback to be playing right now, I mean, who doesn't want to throw the ball? I mean, now I love Roger Craig, but God dang it, I don't want to hand off to Raj all the time. I want to throw. And the only thing I would like to see more than myself playing is that guy over there playing today with the rules the way they are and the way Danny throws the ball. Oh, my gosh.
The salaries aren't bad nowadays either. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
I never wanted to run the ball anyway, so it's perfect. It would be perfect for me. That's it.
Super Bowl 49. We know how the game ended. Under 30 seconds to go.
Russell Wilson extends the hands. He has it. Wilson, quick throw. And it's intercepted. Intercepted by Butler. Butler has it at the 1.
Play call, quarterback decision. How do you evaluate how this game ended?
I think it's the right call to throw the football there because it gives them an opportunity. If it's incomplete, they could run it on the next play. They had a timeout. I would have thrown the ball there, but I would have maybe thrown something that towards the sideline the other way. But the call, I think, is fine. It's just the guy made a great play.
To go back to throw there, two things that happen typically in our style of an offense. As soon as that guy comes on, when he makes that move from the outside, comes underneath, and that defender goes around the back.
Russell throws inside. Oh, my God, it's picked off.
Our guys thought stop and go slide back out.
Touchdown 49ers!
Or if he doesn't make that decision as a quarterback, you got to throw the ball down in the dirt. Let the guy go down and get it. If he doesn't catch it, it's incomplete. Especially when you start throwing it in the middle like that, because anything can happen from that point. If you're going to throw it, yeah, do that, but you got a beast you're handing the ball off to. I just have a hard time.
Yeah.
I want to throw it, believe me, but.
Marshawn Lynch is in my backfield, I'm running the football. Thurman Thomas in my backfield, I'm running the football. Sorry, Dan.
I'm throwing it.
But you would throw it, I know, but that's all you. If I had used my quarterback, I would throw it too. He would throw it all 3 times. I'm going to stop. I'm going to be quiet.
Up next, fierce competitors on the field, lifelong friends off the field.
The first time I met Jim, we actually went to Jack Lambert's football camp up in Latrobe. And it was, I'm not sure what the hell it was, but.
I grew up in a very, very small town. Part of that tradition of playing football in western Pennsylvania. I was very proud of my heritage. I developed a lot of character in the early days. Learned that hard work, dedication, and discipline, and tenacity, and never giving up, you can succeed and improve your life.
Together, George Blanda, Johnny Unitas, Joe Namath, Joe Montana, Dan Marino, and Jim Kelly threw for over 1,600 touchdowns and over 232,000 yards, which equals roughly 132 miles. Or, to put it in perspective, 41 miles longer than the distance from Pittsburgh, PA to Canton, Ohio.
I started playing football when I was 10 years old, and I was very fortunate to grow up in an environment like the city of Pittsburgh, in the neighborhood of Oakland, an area that was full of football tradition. My dream started right there on Parkview Avenue in Oakland, and it stayed there for 21 years.
The 6 quarterbacks all share the honor of being enshrined in the Pro Football Hall of Fame. But for Jim Kelly and Dan Marino, a decade of battling each other in the AFC East forged an even more unique bond.
How did the rivalry morph into such a friendship that has really been pretty deep between the two of you?
Well, I think it started just because of who we are here. We're all Pittsburghers. We're all Western Pennsylvania people. We're football players. We have so much in common. The first time I met Jim, we actually went to Jack Lambert's football camp up in Latrobe, and it was, I'm not sure what the hell it was, but I was a freshman, you were a freshman, I was at Pitt, you were at Miami, and we got to meet each other there and kind of became friends. And I still think I could have been to a couple more Super Bowls if it wasn't for the Buffalo Bills.
Throws, he's got a man, Reed, at the 20, down to the 15, to the 10, 5, touchdown! And Rich Stadium has erupted.
Coach Levy, come on.
Here I am, and never thought that I would be saying the word cancer, that I would have it. But now I'm talking to so many people, and I've been told I'm in the best hands possible.
When you faced your cancer, Dan, for one, was really there for you.
Yeah. Just in time.
Annie, how are you? Nice to see you.
Hi.
You walk in, what was that like for you to see him in that condition and for you to see him?
Well, we've been friends, and for what Jim has gone through and what he's been able to come through, and is amazing to me. And I love him, and I just thought that I wanted to, how sometimes you get a feeling, and we all get it, you just want to go see somebody. The one cool part of that story is we always bet if Miami wins, he sends me buffalo steaks, right? But I got to get him stone crabs, and it's just some reason that doesn't work out right. I don't know what it is. But so there was a time of the year where I owed you some stone crabs, and I thought I'd come up and see him. But yeah, but it's good.
I've been very, very blessed to have a lot of close family and friends throughout the whole NFL. And the one thing that I've learned through my whole battle was to always have a positive attitude. I learned that so much from my wife and my daughter, Erin. No matter who it was, when they walked into my hospital room, they walked in with a positive attitude. They walked in with an attitude that they were going to make my day better. And when you walked in, you made my day better.
Hello, everyone. I'm just getting ready to go through my 19th treatment for radiation, and I've already had 2 bouts of chemo. Keep those prayers coming. I sure need them. And without you, I wouldn't be able to get through this.
It's to make a difference today for someone who's fighting for tomorrow. And I think we all need to embrace that phrase, because when I didn't know that I'd be here today, last year at this time, I was in the hospital fighting for my life. Family means so much. Friendship means so much. They never once walked into my room with a frown on their face. They walked in with an attitude that they were going to make my day better by their presence. And it works.
Well, stay healthy, baby.
The game is over. The New York Jets are the world champions.
What is the bond that exists, though, from being from Western Pennsylvania?
It's really hard to explain. It's almost, I don't have any brothers or sisters, so that's the closest thing I can say to it, is that that's the kind of feel that you have. We've been through the same things together just as you were growing up. We understand what it takes to get to where all of us have gotten. And in the end, home is in the same place.
I went to Alabama. They said, where are you from? Western PA. Western PA. They didn't know from Beaver Falls, of course. I just said, I'm from Western Pennsylvania to start with. I tell them Beaver Falls, and those guys in the South, they didn't know geography very well anyway. They're still carrying on some kind of civil war back then, and I'm from Western PA. Well, when these guys were coming up, you know, football becomes like a family thing too. You know, I followed these guys.
Marino is back, he's looking, he's throwing into the end zone, it's caught, touchdown Dolphins!
It's because we pull for one another. And that's the way it is back here, man. You care about your guys that come from Western PA or hometown or whatever. And I'm just happy to say that I'm from WPA.